You all right there, dude?
Jeez, I was not expecting that.
Well, last time you guys were like, that yes was too long, and you coughed at the end and you killed yourself. And, yeah.
Jeez.
And earlier my chat was like, dude, don't kill yourself on the yes, all right? Be a little careful. So,
oh, that's
yeah.
So very, very good.
Have you guys picked up Quiplash yet?
No.
We gotta do
No.
Quiplash post like after show one of these nights. Like when we actually have like a crowd in here watching, it's pretty fun. It's like $10 though, so like I understand if you don't want to, but it's a fun little game.
Spent like
when we
200
moved the show earlier, and you guys, it's like it's not midnight for Jocelyn and 11 for Garrett.
Yeah. Once I'm done with the wedding, things can get a little weird, and things can get a little weirder in the after show.
Yeah. Sure.
Last week got real weird.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, I told you.
I had to get out of here. Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, last week got real weird.
So I hate when people like pick up like the mantle of some person and think they're like representing that person, and they're really just being an asshole.
Well, that was the thing. I was like, what?
Especially when you're the person. Like, what the hell, man?
Yeah,
who does this?
It's just like, we're friends, you piece of shit. Like, who would say this? Yeah, no, it's ridiculous, some of the stuff, but hey, it don't matter. Hey, chat room, how you doing?
But so we're in after show now, right? So
yeah, we're in after show.
Yeah.
Really? All right. So like I said,
yes,
Jocelyn and she did the same thing that we all do, which was like, oh man, this guy said something bad about me, and I was like, check this out, because there was a 1-star review that was like, Garrett and Dills are the worst. Jocelyn's the only redeeming thing on the show, right? And it's like, there's always a guy out there who has the opinion. And essentially that guy was doing the thing that the other guy was doing last week, right? Which is like shitting on the other two people and picking a favorite. And it's shitty.
I'm just sad because no one ever shits on you two and says I'm the best. That's just
No, that does happen.
I've never seen it. I have never seen it.
Scroll up, dude. There's a 5-star review that says that you're like their favorite podcast because you cover.
Well, it's a 5. It's not like they're shitting on you and complimenting me.
Okay, sorry. Yeah. You're right. They didn't shit on me.
Also, never mind. You know what? No. I'm gonna spin this. Garrett fans are the nicest ones because they're just positive about.
Yeah, they never shit on the other two.
They're really positive about me and still positive about you. Your fans are really positive about you and then shit on the other two. I'm joking. I'm absolutely joking. Everyone,
but no,
calm down.
it's a weird thing because the internet has created like a situation. Because like imagine if you like walked up to a group of people and you were like, I like you and I hate you two. Like no one would do that, and no one like has the courage to actually do that. But on the internet, with a really random name that you've made up that means nothing and no one's ever going to trace you, you feel like totally free to say whatever the hell you want. But the whole point of our conversation earlier was like, you gotta just like let these fuckers slide. Like this is just a douche being a douche.
There's kind of like, I don't know. I have 3 rules now for myself. Like, when it comes to this kind of stuff and getting feedback from the internet, it's like you gotta, hooray for the positivity. Do take into account constructive criticism and fuck the haters. Like those are the 3 things you need to worry about.
I really like the constructive stuff. We had a post on the tax subreddit about this very thing, about how we were bringing this stuff up on the show.
Yeah.
But the way the person approached it was like, this is the only thing that bothers me about the show is I wish they wouldn't acknowledge this stuff, right? Mm-hmm. And I responded like, oh, well, just so you know, creative people are sensitive, and so I'm sorry if this bothers you, but just let me defend this behavior that we're doing because this is why. Like there could be a bunch of people saying great things about you, but creative people tend to kind of dwell on the negative, the one negative guy.
Yeah. And
it's a thing, and it's hard to get over, and it doesn't happen automatically. So we're getting better at it, and we appreciate the feedback, and we're working on it. And they responded like, oh, that totally makes sense. And it was like a good conversation, right?
Yeah.
So that's the way you give feedback. And then there's the guys that give feedback like, you are the worst pieces of shit ever, and blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, and let me just keep tuning in and keep hating and blah. And it's like weird, and I don't understand that, but whatever. But you get to a point where you you do let it slide, but that doesn't happen overnight. Like,
yeah,
Scott
no.
still jumps on trolls. Like, and Scott's been doing this forever.
And even that, like I saw that post in the Reddit, and I was like, I don't feel like we were actually like sitting up there being hurt, like we were riffing on it, like it was a gag.
Yeah,
like,
but it doesn't come across like that to everybody. That's the thing. Like, the way that you feel it's going is
that's true, but that's also true of literally
everyone's taking it, right?
Literally anything. Like, someone's gonna hear me going, "Am I allowed to be mean to the listeners tonight?" And people are like, "God, Garrett's such a dick." Like, no one's gonna realize that I was joking, and I know that, and it's fine. But I don't know. It doesn't mean I'm not gonna like explain like, no. Like, I was making fun of how dumb these people are. Like, so,
but it's not something that like happens immediately, and I a lot of people don't, and that was why I posted the way I was like, this isn't something that's obvious to everybody. A podcast listener doesn't understand this until they put themselves out there to the world and then get this back, right? And I didn't understand it. I remember when I joined the instance, and I was like, oh my god, people hate me. And like that was my first time like dealing with that, right? And as soon as you have an audience, you also have trolls, and it doesn't before you have that, but when you have like 20 people who really like the little thing you do, that's awesome, and they're all very supportive, that's great. And then as soon as you have like 15,000, 20,000, 25,000, suddenly there's trolls. You're like, oh my god, where did these guys come from? And it's you don't know about that until it happens. And there's a bunch of people who like watch us, and like they don't know about that, and then they like tell us like, hey, don't respond, but you don't know what it feels like yet, so just temper your expectations of what other people should do. Like, that's all I'm saying to those people. We have the most supportive community ever, by the way. It's like crazy. I'm on friggin' Twitch all the time and like barely get trolled. It's nuts.
Yeah.
And I've put myself quite a bit out there. Like, I said things on Twitch. I have like shared my life in a lot of ways where I am open to trolling, and still like my chat is like the best thing ever. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's interesting. Like, and yeah, like you said, like I mean, overall, like our communities, it's fucking nuts. Like, this is not an experience I have had with other games, and now I'm getting it in Heroes. But I feel like the turn started here. Like, we had a small, really tight-knit group with StarCast of like super like-minded individuals that totally got what the show was trying to accomplish, understood that we were not trying to be like every other pro StarCraft show out there, and try and open it up and be like, no, you can play StarCraft. You're Bronze League? Cool. Let's talk about that. And the majority of like the hardcore StarCraft fans that were actually going to go out and find a StarCraft podcast weren't interested in that, and they didn't get it, and they just thought we were terrible. But there was a small, tight-knit group of all of us, and we all got along. We got along great and had a good time. But man, TAC just top off, blown away, long time ago, like a hot water heater going through your garage. It's just like, blew the roof off.
You never had this, Jocelyn? Oh, Canada, the water just is hot already.
Do they not have Mythbusters in Canada?
It's a magical land of
No,
hot water.
We have hot water heaters, but like, what? Going through the garage? What?
You've never heard of like hot water heaters exploding and the pressure is so great it literally rockets out of your goddamn roof?
No.
Okay, have you ever watched Mythbusters? Or it's like, is that like...
I guess I missed that episode.
Okay, I'm just like, really? Like, Dills, you're with me, right? You followed that train of...
I've never had it, but I can follow the train of thought that leads to it, yes.
Okay, fair. Yeah, I'm not saying it's happened to me. I'm just saying...
I was like, wait, we heat the water? No, we bathe in the tundra, the icy tundra of our Canadian lakes. That's how we do it here.
I just swim with the icebergs, and then I'm clean. That's how it works.
I ride my moose into the lakes to take a bath every morning. That's what I do. This is Canada, Garrett.
Oh, man. I love you guys so much. I can't wait to see you guys at BlizzCon.
Oh, it's going to be so fun.
Oh, Jocelyn, I'm going to see you beforehand, actually.
I know, for Halloween, because
That'll be a good
wedding.
time. Yeah.
Excited. And then I get to go to Harry Potter Land, and then I get to go to BlizzCon. I might just never come home.
It's gonna be a good time. I'm looking forward to also hopefully attending Harry Potter Land after the wedding and getting some butterbeer.
So what is the main attraction of Harry Potter Land? Is it like can you like hide under a thing and be invisible and
well, you can hide under a thing and tell like, everyone you're invisible, and no one's gonna look at you funny.
All right.
For me, the first time it was like, first of all, like they did a damn good job. Like it looks like you're just standing in the middle of the friggin' movie. Cause like, okay, I grew up in Florida, so I've been to Disney a ton. And the thing about interesting about Disney, I love it. I absolutely love Disney. But after a while, you're like, this is a really expensive ticket. They should probably build some new shit because this has looked the same since I was 3. So it's nice. You know, you go to Universal and you see, you know, these Harry Potter parks that were built 3, 4, 5 years ago, and they just look amazing. They look insane, and they're just so beyond what I expected them to be. I'm also a Harry Potter fan, so it gets me there. But probably the single funnest thing for me was, you know, you can go to the wand shop, you can buy your wand, and you can go to the windows and like do a magical gesture and something happens. I did not do that. I did not do that, ladies and gentlemen. I sat there and I watched some of the buffest bros, the biggest meatheads I've ever seen in my life, with their "fuck you" affliction shirts on, wagging their freaking wand in a window, and I'm just like, yes, we have bridged the gap. These are the people, ladies and gentlemen, that would have made fun of me in high school, and we all now stand on common ground, and it's fucking Hogwarts. So that's why Harry Potter Land is special to me, because it bridges the nerds and the bros.
I never got into Harry Potter.
Oh, you're missing out, dude. It's so good.
I don't know if I am, because so I watched it, and every single time I was like, it's the same, like, people are gonna shit on me, I'm sure.
How far
the same
into
thing
it
with,
did
like,
you get,
Lord
though?
of the Rings. Like, Lord of the Rings didn't do it for me. Game of Thrones didn't do it for me. Like,
fantasy stuff isn't for everybody.
yeah, like, I don't know. Like, maybe it's because of the visceral reaction I have to space, where, like, Star Wars, Star Trek, anything in space, like,
Space
reached
Mountain.
out to me and was like... But then, like, you know, World of Warcraft is the most fantasy fucking world ever, right?
Yeah,
And
it's true. You're all about that.
that totally grabbed me. But yeah,
Yeah, but you're not really that into the lore. You're just into the gameplay.
That's true.
No, I am, but not. That's not my main focus. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's true. Like, I do like the lore, but I don't get wrapped up in it. I
Yeah,
guess you could-
like for me, lore is what hooked me in Blizzard games. Like I had dabbled in StarCraft, but where I got hooked was Warcraft 3. Oddly enough, saw the art book in high school one day. Some kids brought it in. I'm like, this is fucking nuts. This is for a game. I went out to Target that night, bought Warcraft 3, went home, started playing it, and all of a sudden I'm greeted with amazing fucking cinematics. And I'm just like, wait, this is a real-time strategy game. I wasn't expecting this. I was expecting really bad Command and Conquer storylines. Like,
yeah.
and all of a sudden, like, I'm really drawn into the story about this asshole prince who just murdered a whole town full of people and then walked up and killed his dad. Like, and that's what brought me into World of Warcraft, because I'm like, well, I want to see the end of that story. It's what the shit? He's still alive. We haven't killed him. And that's also probably why I fell off after Wrath of the Lich King. But no, for me, I really like the lore. I like both. If I had to, you know, Tom and Veronica do Sword and Laser. I mean, if I had to pick one, I'm a sci-fi fan first and a fantasy fan second. But I really do enjoy fantasy.
Yeah, I can see that. It's just a weird thing because they're so close to each other. I think they're just nerdy shit, right?
Yeah,
But,
and
like,
there's crossover. I mean, you've got to show, like, I mentioned it's probably not your bag, but you've got to show like Doctor Who, where it's like it seems sci-fi, but in reality, that show's a fairy tale. It is like as fantasy as fantasy can be. It just happens to have like this crunchy sci-fi outer shell. But and Warcraft, the same thing. I mean, fuck, WoW's second expansion is like, let's go to space. I mean,
no, yeah,
there's a lot of crossover in that realm, and obviously it's going to happen to Blizzard because their second tentpole is StarCraft, which is Warcraft in space, basically. So,
all right, I'm gonna make this Major Domo Koldara Drake deck right now.
yeah,
I'm gonna play the shit out of this. This looks so fun.
I'm going to try and
Is
find
that
the end.
Dog's deck?
I'm gonna try and find the end of the show because I kept recording into the after show.
But the whole point of our conversation. Close.
Nope.
Imagine if you like walked up to a group of people and you were like,
nope, not getting there. I'm looking for like the staccato peaks of my laughing right after your yes.
Yeah.
And I'm not seeing it. A little weird in the things can get a little weirder in the after show. Yeah. Oh, there we go. I'm getting close. Oh, I think I found it.
Job's done.
There it is.
Yes.
That really was funny.
Especially after my extended yes of last time.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think I prefer the. I think I like the short staccato yes.
All right, so here we go. So now I need Major Domo and Alex Straza.
What is going on in chat room
amazing.
Right
now? What's going on?
Are you guys reading chat?
No, I'm not reading chat. What's going on? Oh wow. Okay, I'm reading the shit out of this. Okay, G Bull in chat room says Dills is known to be the most hung guy in Hearthstone, possibly one of the biggest in the world. His dick has been described as like an Evian bottle with gargantual thickness that would rival Shane Diesel and Shorty Mac. I don't know who those are. I'm assuming they're male porn stars. I'm estimating his size to be at least 8.5-inch bone pressed with over 7 inches of girth. How?
That's clearly one of my ex-girlfriends.
How? Fuck. God damn it.
Oh, Garrett is losing it.
You've broken me tonight.
I think we finally found our attack copy pasta here. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, boom. Let's go. Let's keep this going.
So good. Dills just really wants to hear more about how big his dick is, everyone.
Wow.
Man. Oh. Jeez. Oh, shit.
Finally a copy pasta I can get behind.
God damn it.
Oh, there. Oh, no.
Stop it. No. Stop. No. To the patrons watching this after the fact on VOD, what I just read is now the chat room. All of it. Everything you can read in the chat room now is that. Azax, you're a mod for fuck's sake. What are you doing?
No, even our mods are doing it.
When you see the swords behind it too. Like,
can I time out a mod? I can. Azax, you've been timed out. You've been timed out, Azax.
You should know better, Azax.
Just because I can, and I wasn't sure if I could do it.
Oh, you really did.
He's just timed out. He's not banned. He'll come back.
Whoa, Azax is like my super mod now on my channel. He's been like so supportive of everything that all of us have done.
No, Azax is a man.
I straight up gave him like editor. I gave him editor capabilities now in my stream because like
nice.
He's the best. He streams now a lot too, and everyone should go check him out.
Absolutely.
If you haven't checked out Azax's stream, he streams a ton of heroes.
I ended up on his stream the other day and didn't know it.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but he's like my most trusted mod. We're gonna see him actually at BlizzCon too. I'm really excited.
Hell yeah! Which, by the way, I need to talk to you guys about more World of Podcast stuff at some point. I'll email you tomorrow.
Yeah.
And, yay, emails.
There's some business we got to talk about, and I can't remember what it is now. And I remember I
have business too.
Oh
yeah.
Should I take us down so we can
we
talk
have
business?
A business meeting? That sounds so official, you guys.
I know.
Here, I'll take the stream down. Thanks, everyone.
Oh, shout out to Sparky Shocker. Wait, before you do, Sparky Shocker's taking me and all the Torture Cast guys to a Giants game on Wednesday against the Dodgers, and I'm super excited about that. He is
dope.
Yeah, he's awesome too. He lives in the Bay Area. I don't get to see him that often, but this is going to be super fun.
I got to eat lunch in the Dodgers dugout when I lived in LA.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I did
sounds like the worst place ever.
I did I worked on a commercial shoot.
Smelled gross. Like.
No, it was super nice. It was a fun day. It's a surprisingly clean stadium.
It smelled like Tommy Lasorda farts, probably.
It was LA, so anywhere you can find that much grass unobstructed, that's a win. So, all right, chat room. See ya.
Later.